Frankie Stapleton, excuse me, Frankie Stapleton, the work they're doing on the Chain of Craters Road right now, I understand they broke through from both sides yesterday, and many in the community are repeating the story that residents are going to be issued ID tags for their vehicles and allowed to drive over Chain of Craters when they do it.
That's still yet to be finalized. Not sure if the park is on the line and would like to answer, but basically that's still a work in progress with understanding the park needs to manage and protect their resources as well as balance that with providing access for the community as well as for the businesses and commercial activities that would take place within the community. So is anyone from the park fund that would like to respond more?
This is Cindy Orlando. Aloha from Hawaii Volcanoes. In terms of Frankie, I think, Frankie, it was your question. The decal, yes, we've always talked about having to manage the access to and from Puna for the Puna residents, for their communities. We understand that you have to maintain, we all have to maintain the transportation and power and communication and all of the different aspects of your businesses that are needed to sustain your community. So the decal will be an attempt to do that. We are a fee collecting park, and by law we have to collect fees. So in order to waive fees, we're going to have to manage the access in and out. And we'll be working with the community groups. They'll be at the meeting tonight, and folks will be getting information from the community on what their unique needs would be. As well, we'd like to start meeting with any community association groups, any smaller groups, so we can begin to work one-on-one with families and businesses and begin to capture those unique needs that they will have so we can ensure their access.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Hi, Cindy, Thomas, Tribune Herald. Would the decals basically just be available to Lower Puna residents or people who live down in the affected areas? And could someone else who doesn't live down there be able to access Lower Puna?
Yeah, but okay, so who do you mean someone else? The road is not going to be open. The road is not going to be open for visitors. It's not going to be open for visitor traffic. It is going to be, it can be accessed for visitors to Puna businesses. So we have a number of bed and breakfasts or vacation rentals down there, for example. We'll work with them individually on how we'll get them enough passes so they can get stuff to their guests. You know, we do this now up at the summit, up at the entrance off of Highway 11. So this is really not new for us. We have local community residents that come into the post office to get their mail. We have vendors that come in all the time to supply, you know, the concessioner or Kilauea Military Camp. We have UPS and FedEx that come in all the time. So we have a variety of uses of the park road now, and that will continue. But it really is intended to be an emergency access route for Puna residents and their invited guests, as well as vendors.
Okay, of course this could go on for quite a while. And if someone just wanted to visit Lower Puna for the sake of visiting Lower Puna, would they be able to get through?
Likely not. In other words, that would be like our visitor. And this road is being constructed. It is not constructed to have large volumes of traffic on it, Tom. As Daryl just said, it's an unpaved gravel road, basically. And we don't want to interfere with the needs of the residents of Puna by allowing, you know, visitor traffic and visitor use on it. And that's sort of where we stand right now. We cannot accommodate large volumes of traffic on this unpaved road.
And just to recap, so basically looking at decal to be given to people obviously live down there, any commercial needs, you know, deliveries and so forth. And you mentioned invited guests, though, as well?
Yes, that's right. So you have people, I'm talking about residents, B&Bs, lodging type accommodations, somebody's cousin, somebody's auntie, you know, family members obviously will be invited in. This is going to take all of us working together to ensure the safety of the residents of Puna as well as the protection of the park. And so I expect there'll be some hiccups at first, but as I say, we have access, not unlimited access up at the summit right now, but we do have different uses of the park and the park roads right now, so we'll mimic that and use that as a model. We want to make sure that the Lower Puna community continues to receive all the services it needs to sustain itself, economically and otherwise.
Hi, Cindy. This is Peter. I'm aware that the park entrance is not staffed after hours, nighttime, early morning. Is that going to change?
No, not at this time. As I think Daryl mentioned, this is all still a work in process. We're going to have a significant impact on the park operations as we know them today. Right now, we're looking more at how we will have to staff the Kalapana side, but the access should not change up on top. It really depends what the lava viewing activity is in the park. We're open 24/7 right now, whether we have somebody at the gate or not. So at this time, we don't envision any significant changes at this entrance at night. I think that was your question, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, yeah, not at night, unless the lava viewing changes.